Hey everyone, so in today's video, I'm going to go over how I did $200,000 in the month of November. In this video, I'm going to talk about how I found the product, I'm going to go over fulfillment, and also the website, how I created it, why I did what I did, so that hopefully you can replicate the same results. So with that being said, let's get right into the video. Alright, so just showing you guys my Shopify dashboard. So yesterday I did $2,600 in revenue. I've scaled back significantly, but my profit margins increased significantly as well. I'm just going slow, nice and slow right now, just to finish off my inventory for the new year. And yeah, things are still looking good. 5.49 conversion rate, $60 average order value. I cannot complain, but let's go to last month, which is the month of November. So in November, we did 200K, just a little bit more than that, at a 3.21 conversion rate and a $58 average order value, which is I'm pretty happy with because my product, I'm selling it for $40 and getting it up there is super awesome. You'll actually see throughout the month, I actually increased my product price. So it's actually a little bit higher than that now, but we'll go over that in the video. Or this is the video. We'll go over that in the PowerPoint. So let's get into the PowerPoint now. The first thing that I want to talk about is how I found the product. So the way that I found the product was on DropPoint. It's probably my favorite product research tool just because it's so cheap. It's $5 a month and you get the capabilities of AdSpy, but you also get the capabilities of eSniper. So you get the winning advertisement part and you also get the live advertisement filter, which is probably my favorite function of the website, where you can filter by shop now, you can filter by USA, you can filter by last seen in this month or last seen in this week, and you can filter by likes. So that's pretty good for $5 a month. And that's what I use. I just scroll endlessly on that thing and try to find winners. But funny enough, I found this winner using the winning advertisement portion, which I typically stay away from just because every single person or every single dropshipper in the world is looking at that as well. But when I saw this product, it had a crazy wow factor. It was not being tested by a lot of people, and it checked all the boxes of a product that I want to test. My product validation checklist is, does it solve a problem or have a wow factor, or does it have a really passionate audience? If it solves a problem and has a wow factor, that's probably best. But in this case, it had a huge wow factor, and I was like, all right, let's move forward with the product validation to the next one, which is, does the product have high perceived value? So this product was a kid's toy. It was electronic, so it used batteries, and anything that uses batteries or is electronic automatically has a higher perceived value. And the margins I got with this guy, I think it was just at the minimum that I like to use or that I like to have, which is a $25 profit margin. And the reason why this product was actually successful was because people bought in multiples, but there was also an upsell that I had, which I won't reveal because you'll probably know what the product is. But there's an upsell that I had that I think 50% of people took, and the cost of that upsell was $1, and the price of it was $10. So that was super solid for my profit margins. The next criteria after high perceived value is, does it have good reviews on Amazon? This product did have good reviews on Amazon. So moving on to the next criteria, does it have good images and good videos? You need good images because if you don't have good images, you're going to have a crappy website. If you don't have good videos, you're going to have a crappy advertisement. So those two, 100% mandatory. Is the product new or hard to find in department stores? Yes, it's pretty unique. Never seen it before. My friends have never seen it before. My friends' kids have never seen it before. So yeah, that was good. The next thing, are there more than 10 competitors? There weren't. There was just the one competitor, and the one competitor that I saw was not doing a good job. So it's like a shark smelling blood in the water. You just jump on that right away and take over the competition. And that's exactly what I did. I made a better ad, made a better website. I didn't have a better price. I actually increased the price. So the next thing I want to talk about is fulfillment. So with fulfillment, I started off by using HyperSKU. Then once I got consistent sales, I ordered in bulk. I want to talk about HyperSKU and talk about why I don't use AliExpress. I don't like to use AliExpress because their shipping time is very long and they're not reliable. I've had instances where they just don't ship the product, which is not good. And the reason I use HyperSKU is that they're super reliable. They don't have a huge selection of products, but what you can do is give them the AliExpress link and then tell them to find it. So AliExpress is pretty much just good for finding products now. Don't actually use their fulfillment service. Just use it to do research and to look for prices. And then send that link to HyperSKU and you'll get 8 to 12 day shipping. The reason why I like to order in bulk as soon as possible is because I have complete control over my inventory. So one of the most important things in having a successful brand or a successful store is testing different offers. And to test different offers, testing bundles, buy one get one free, other bundles and other bundles, having complete control over your inventory and being able to manipulate SKUs is super important. Because if I tell HyperSKU to make a bundle, there's 3 different variants that I had. If I tell them to make a bundle for all 3, they might not be able to do that or take forever to do that. And 100% AliExpress isn't going to do that for you. So having complete control over your inventory helps you create better offers. I saw that I skipped a point. It's super important finding a sourcing agent. I found a sourcing agent already, but I'm going to touch on how to find one properly. So when I found a sourcing agent, I went on Google. Silly enough, I went on Fiverr. Not the best idea. And I also looked on Upwork. I didn't want to just find a sourcing agent or find a random one and just be like, oh, you know what? This dude looks good, or this girl looks good. This guy has a great price. He has a really cool factory. He has a really nice resume. I wanted to treat this thing like a real business. And by doing that, you take them through different stages to validate that they're good at what they do. So the first thing I did is I gave them a list of questions to answer. So that was the first test. Once they passed that first stage, probably weeded out more than half of the applicants or people that I messaged. Once I went through that, I told them to meet me or add me on Skype. Oddly enough, a lot of people didn't because they just didn't check their messages or whatever. They're out. The reason why I'm being so harsh is because I need people that are diligent, that check their stuff and on top of their stuff, because if they can't even add me on Skype properly, when I have issues with my business, quality, logistical, I want the same people that aren't going to check their Skype are the same people that aren't going to reply to me when I have these emergencies. So everything carries over and you want the best person for the job because your supply chain is the backbone of your business. So you want to do this properly. And the last step was actually getting a call with this person or these people. I think there's 3 people I got on a call with. One of them stood out amongst the rest and she was amazing. She had good English. And like I said before, man, whenever I had any issues with my business, quality, logistical, she was right there, right on top of it, replied quickly. And I'm really happy with how I found one and found a good sourcing agent. So if you're looking for one, you can always ask me for a recommendation and I can give you a contact. Or if you want to find your own, I strongly recommend going through an extensive searching process to find a good one. And lastly, to fulfill orders with my sourcing agent, I didn't do CSV. She actually uses an ERP system, which stands for Enterprise Resource Planning System. What it is pretty much a 3PL without being in the USA. Once I get an order, I don't have to save anything. I don't have to message her. It automatically goes into her system and she fulfills it. So that makes my life a lot easier and takes me one step closer to completely automating my business. So if you do order in bulk, make sure your supplier, I'm pretty sure they all do have this now, make sure they have some sort of ERP system so you're not still sending CSV files, because that's not fun because you have to do that every single night. And then if you're doing volume, if there's an address wrong, if there's anything wrong with any of the information, a lot harder to catch. So with fulfillment out of the way, let's talk about the website. The website was super straightforward. I didn't use a crazy theme. Everyone talks about, yo, what theme should I use? Should I use Debutify? Should I buy Turbo? Should I use Brooklyn? If you want my recommendation, if you're not going to use gem pages, I like to use Venture just because it's super clean, and it's not Debut because everyone uses Debut. So if you're worried about using the same theme as everyone else, use Venture, and it looks super clean. I know I said that before, but I'm going to say it again because it looks super clean. But yeah, I use Debut with gem pages. The reason why I use Debut is because it has a quick load speed. And the only thing, I know I keep saying I like Venture, but I use Debut. The reason why I use Debut is because all you see when you're using gem pages is the header and the footer. And with Debut, like, it does the job just fine. The logo is right there, the menu button, and the footer is super clean. And with gem pages, the reason why I use gem pages is because I can literally do whatever I want with gem pages. There's a steep learning curve, but once you get through it, you can do whatever you want, and you can take components of your favorite brand. So what I did, I took components of my favorite brand. I took this thing, that thing, this other thing, plopped it on this template that I now have that I can save and use that same template for every single store that I run. So if you want to put a testimonial first, it's just like Boom by Cindy Joseph, you can do it with gem pages. If you want to put reviews there, if you want to put like tabs here, you can do it. You can do anything. All you got to do is learn how to use the software, which is going to take some time. But once you get that template that you like down, and once you learn how to use it properly, you're golden. Because when you have a template, again, just use it for every single product that you test. And I know that gem page is super hard to use, so I will make a video on that in the future, going through exactly how I make my template. And if you want, I can even send you the template straight to your Shopify store, so you don't have to do anything yourself. So that will be in the future. Another thing I will do in the future is do a video on the Facebook ads for the store. I didn't want to include it into this video because it would make this video too long. So that will be coming very soon. Look out for that. I will be doing a video on day by day of my Facebook ads, issues that I ran into, and what kind of things that I did to overcome those issues. So be on the lookout for that video. But other than that, that brings me to the end of this video. Please, if you got any sort of value out of this video whatsoever, please drop a like. It helps us a ton. We're slowly growing, and I read all the comments as well. So if you have any questions, please drop it in the comments down below, and I'd be more than happy to answer them. But with that being said, I'll see you guys really soon with the Facebook ads video. Peace.